Am I live? I can't tell if I'm live. Oh. Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know if I should make a... I don't know if I should make a post letting people know. Hi, Coco. My nose is really itchy today. How you doing? Hi. What? Wait, hold on. I don't even think I have the microphone near me. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, chat. I'm currently just streaming here on YouTube. I'm not doing like a multi-stream on TikTok. It's YouTube exclusive today. I'm a few minutes late. It's quiet. Hello. Hello. How about now? Is it better now? Okay. Well, you guys, I haven't been doing a whole lot of nothing. Or I have been doing a whole lot of nothing. Except I have been working on some YouTube scripts for YouTube videos because I've been feeling like I really want to make more YouTube videos, and we're on YouTube, so perfect time to talk about it. And I've been playing a lot of video games, and we randomly got a 2DS, and also we got the what is it called? Is it the PS Vita? We got our PS Vita back from my partner's brother, and then he also gave us some other doohickey. I can't remember. Oh, it was the 3DS. So we got a bunch of DSs. And we have a bunch of handheld consoles. Do they count as consoles? Are they just handheld devices? I don't know. But Momo, I got the Zyn in right now. Like the like Zyns, like the nicotine? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Zyns? Like the nicotine? Gross. What are we talking about? That's some sort of British thing? What was I saying? Yeah, we got a bunch of Nintendo and one PS Vita, so that's not Nintendo. But one thing that I've been doing is I've been playing a lot of emulated games on my iPad anyways. And now I have a 3DS and I can actually, like, you know, play 3DS games on 3DS. So I'm excited about that. But that's like been the highlight of my week. What about you guys? What about you guys? No three DSs in 1 week? Yeah, that's what I thought. But no, I'm not trying to dunk on you guys, but how many of you have three DSs? Oh my god. Oh, it's my hair. How does the mic quality sound? Is it sounding like ASMR-y? Is it that good? Or is it kind of average? Actually, I think you're allowed to do that on YouTube. But what does it say? It says warning. Why is there a warning? Oh, shut up. My bit rate or something. I don't even know what that means. Bit rate? What is that? I'm not quite sure. Oh, man. It feels weird to be back in the real world because what I've been doing is just like playing these video games with these really awful graphics for the past week, and sometimes I'm seeing things in my room as pixelated, or people in real life are looking like little tiny pixelated people. It's like blurring the boundaries between the game and real life. Is real life the game? Is the game real life? I don't know. But seriously, it's been kind of actually like bad. I played all 4 of the Style Savvy games in the last week. I didn't finish them all. Some of them I kept forgetting to save, and then and I'm not going to go back. I did go back for like one of them, and I plan to go back for another one. But I'm thinking of making some videos on that game series. That's a really fun one. Like, if you're really sick of, I feel like a lot of people got into it because of Dress to Impress's popularity. But it's, in my opinion, so much funner, so much more fun than Dress to Impress. Dress to Impress is fun because you can have your own style and you can pretty much express yourself in any way that you want with the features that it has. But having that limited options is kind of fun because it forces you to like put your styling brain on. Like, it's not always going to be something that you 100% like. You have to work with the things that you don't like. You know what I mean? Like, this top is kind of ugly, but if I layer it with this other thing, it might look good. If I put these pants on, what if I accessorize? And what I really like about the games is that the people who live in your town are also your customers at your boutique, because you own like a little fashion boutique. So they'll come into your store and ask for you to like pick out an outfit for them or style them or something of the sort. And you'll do that. And then they'll wear the outfit forever until you give them a new outfit, and then they'll wear that outfit. So it's like you get to style the whole town. And if you have a need to control people, then this game might be the game for you. You can pretty much like be a cult leader, like a little fashion cult leader. Everyone is obsessed with you. It's kind of awesome. And I would say the mini games are fun. Like that, there's like a fashion show, and you get like 3 fashion shows per game. Not every game, and sometimes it's different. But with these fashion shows, you have like one theme that either you pick it or the game has like something that you already have to do encoded. So you do that theme, and you style like 2 other people besides yourself. And then I don't know if there's like an option to lose, because they only give you items. Like, you're only able to put on items that have to do with the theme. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've obviously been having a lot of fun on Style Savvy. And then I after Style Savvy, I started drawing again. And what I really wanted to do is get better at anatomy, because I'm not very good at anatomy. I'm not really good at drawing people's freaking bodies. You know, it's kind of really hard. So I'm trying to get really like a lot better at that, so that I don't have to, because like every artist of all time has taken a photograph of someone and traced over it to try and get good at anatomy. But from my experience in art school, for like the one semester I did, thankfully that semester was all foundational, so it was helpful for me anyways, even though I dropped out. But where was I going with that? Yeah, okay. So the best way to do anatomy is to actually like not trace over anything. You got to get like a picture, and you got to look at it, and you got to observe the shapes. And one thing that my art teachers always made sure to tell me, what was I going to say about it? Yeah, so basically your brain is going to create made up shapes and lines and fuck up your drawing process, because you are basically like generating like AI in your brain. I said like AI in your brain. You're generating fake things into your art, when if you're looking at your reference, you're not going to be generating fake things. You're going to be drawing exactly what you're looking at. So you're not supposed to look away from the reference for more than a few seconds, which is something I need to get back on, because I've been mostly just like, how do I say, just like tracing over photographs. For some reason, the chat box over here has this message, but I don't see this message. Is it old? Oh, it's a test message. Okay. Goodbye, test message. I want to put more things on my wall here. I want to make it want to make it more fun. I want to spice up this wall here. I want to do for my whole room, like the wall over there has nothing on it. And it makes me so depressed. So being over here, I hate to use the word vibey, but it's vibey or whatever. It makes me feel better sitting over here. But I want to do that for this whole room, but there's so much wall. There's so much wallage. Not to be like, my room's so fucking huge, but the walls are pretty expansive and shaped kind of strangely. So it's like a lot of open space wall-wise. Hold on. Oh. I wanted to show you something. You know what I look like? I look like someone's Rainbow Dash OC. That's what this hair is giving. It's very tomboy with this hat on. I'm going to take that off. I don't want to be anyone's Rainbow Dash OC. See, I think I've said this before. Rainbow Dash, as much as I like her, she's kind of overrated as hell. Kind of, I don't want to say mid. I like Rainbow Dash. Simply overrated. I think not enough people like Pinkie Pie. A lot of people like Fluttershy. That seems to be the most overrated or over stand by Little Pony is probably Fluttershy in this day and age, which is very interesting. Probably has to do something with Coquette, the Coquette life, the Coquette era. But I think there's a few, like, for instance, Twilight Sparkle. That's one that almost no one is like, Twilight Sparkle is my favorite. Rarity. But I feel like Rarity is kind of a pick that you choose when you're not being super for real about it. Like, you're not really that, or you're really into My Little Pony. It's like you're not that into My Little Pony, or you're really into My Little Pony. That's your shit right there. That's when Rarity is your favorite. I'm trying to think of someone else. Applejack is kind of a weird one, but I feel like she has more fans than Twilight Sparkle. Please let me know if I'm wrong. But that's just my general, that's the general consensus I have about My Little Pony. At least this 2010s generation. Oh. Oh man. It's real dark outside at only 8:28. Why is it that dark? Winter, I think, is so depressing because it gets so dark so early, so spooky and so gloomy and so not a fun time. But at the same time, I wouldn't want it to be hot in here. I would like for the sun to be out until 10 p.m. again. That would be really nice. But I wish there was a season that had summer hours in the terms of the sun being up or down versus, what am I saying? Like winter temperature plus winter temperature. Like swinter, swummer. Hello. Well, welcome. We're talking about if there was a season in between winter and summer that was both winter and summer, but both at the same time, not winter or summer. I think that would be the best season ever. All the good parts of winter and all the good parts of summer put together, that's the perfect season. Spring is kind of mid, and I can't even remember the one. Fall. Who even cares about fall besides the holidays that occur during the fall season? Let's be honest. Who cares about fall? I mean, the way that the trees change colors. And I grew up not being able to see that very often. I would come to the States not many times. And when I did, and I saw like the seasons change, I was like, this is pretty nice. Because I never really lived in a place where the seasons genuinely changed like so drastically. Like there's winter, I suppose, you know what I mean? But I guess that's the best part of fall, is when you can notice that it's fall. The trees are falling. The trees are not falling. The leaves are falling. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you guys' consensus is on seasons. I have no idea. Facebook. I think about deleting Facebook, but then I would lose access to so many funny pictures. I think that's the only reason why I still have it, an account. Funny pictures. I don't stalk anyone. I don't watch. Have you guys seen Facebook Reels or Shorts or whatever they're called on Facebook? Are absolutely horrendous and just terrible. And the worst part is that your friends on Facebook, whatever they're watching on those Facebook Reels is what gets recommended to you. That's how their algorithm works. So I was friends with one of my mom's friends from high school who was kind of freaked out to the max. And he was just liking videos of like girls all the time. Like it was really weirdly sexual kind of. And he didn't realize that we could see every single like. Every like was being pushed to us to see if we would like it, and we did not like it. But yeah, I don't know. He hasn't really done that as of lately, but I did unfriend him a while ago. I do not know why I was friends with one of my mom's high school friends on fucking Facebook. Like, I don't know who you are. But he is a nurse and a single father. So, I mean, if that's what gets you through that experience, gooning, then gooning it may as well be. Who am I to judge? I don't know. I just don't want to see it, you know, when I'm on Facebook in my free time. But I'm only really on Facebook for Facebook Marketplace. I know everyone says that. I'm only on Facebook for Facebook, but like every other part of Facebook is hell on earth. I try to join groups based off of things I like, and they're just, no offense, all the people in the groups are lame as hell, or they're spammers and bots and trying to sell something, or make you go, and then you go to an event for one of these groups and it's like the worst thing you've ever went to, and you're like, why did I do this? So yeah, I think Facebook Marketplace is the only valuable asset Facebook has at this point. What's a rational reason to go on to Facebook if not for the marketplace? For fun? I definitely don't have a fun time when I go on Facebook. No. Although it is weirdly addictive. The negative feedback loop that Facebook gives you is almost more addictive. Not more addictive than TikTok, but I would say it's close. If TikTok had genuine text posts, then it would be literally Facebook for young people, I think. I think it already is. I don't know if I'm going to get a strike for, hitting my vape on YouTube, because I've done it on TikTok and I've gotten strikes, and I don't want that to happen again. But I don't think YouTube cares. I don't think that's something that, I don't think YouTube cares, because that one guy who rates cigarettes, his whole channel is about cigarettes. There's no way they care. If that channel is up and running and monetized, there's no way they care. So I think I'll be fine. In that case, that makes me feel a lot better. My hair is still wet from the shower. It's irritating the hell out of me. Sometimes I do wish that I could go bald, but I wouldn't want to be bald. That's like the number one thing that I wouldn't want to be. And maybe because my dad is bald and I don't want to look like him. I feel like when you're the eldest daughter, if you shave your head bald, you're probably going to look like your dad. Even though I've been convinced by other people that I don't look like him, it's like, who do I look like? Because I don't look like anyone else. Who do I look like? You know? I've done a pixie before, and honestly, I would do it again. I would definitely do it again because it was cute. I did it once in middle school and it was gross. But then I did it another time a couple years ago and it was pretty dang cute. I should find an image. I should find an image of this because I liked it. Although when I got it at freaking Great Clips, okay? And I got it for my birthday. I wanted to get this haircut for my birthday because I was turning 21, 22 maybe, and I wanted to feel grown up. I felt like, oh my god, that's such a grown up hairstyle. I want to feel like a lady. So I got it done, but she fucking had a bad day or something. The lady at Great Clips was having a horrible day, and she fucked me over. She fucking chopped my hair. It was so ugly. I had to wear a beanie for like 2 weeks, but then once it grew out a little bit, it was actually really cute. I think I just had to grow into it and like learn how to style it. And Jesus Christ, that was a long ass time ago. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find an image of that. That was a very long time ago. But I do think about it. I think it's cute. I think a pixie can be really cute. I just think you kind of do need some bangs. You need some bangs for a pixie, I think. I think when you don't do the bangs, that's when you end up looking like a middle school pixie cut. There's a big difference between the middle school Tumblr addict pixie cut and like the cute, feminine, grown Halle Berry pixie cut. There's a big difference in those pixie cuts. And like you don't want to be the first option in that pixie cut. Although, to each their own. But that's just not that I wouldn't want to take that route. However, I did have when I worked at Walmart, one of my managers was a hairstylist apparently. I don't know if he was doing it outside of Walmart or not, but he was a hairstylist, and he really liked me or gravitated towards me, always wanted to talk to me. And he was like, "You're so eccentric. You could pull off like a skull cap or whatever the fuck, which whatever FKA Twigs does." And that is where you like shave the back and then you have like bangs at the front. That's really not my thing. Although she does really rock it, that's really not my thing. So I was like, do you hate me? Are you trying to set me up? Hi, King Sky Fire Runner. Welcome back. Tag yourself, I'm the blue chair. You're where I sit every time I make content and thoughts and speak. You are what encourages me to speak. You are what chair encourages me to speak. I'm sitting on the blue, so I do. Wow. Yeah. See, I can't quite remember what we were talking about before I said that. Was it about the pixie cut? Or what was it about? You can tell me. You can tell me. Or was it about the FK Twigs hairstyle? Because yeah, like it's a good cut, but I don't think I would do it. I feel like I'm a little too girly. I'm a little too girly to do it. I would need something a little bit. I'm a little too fucking girly. I'm gonna be so real with you. Yeah, but she really does do it well. I just think I have edgy enough features. I don't need to do too much edgy. I don't need to do too much edgy. However, actually, no, she does have a bang to the pixie cut. I was going to bring up an example of this one. I do not know if she's just an Instagram creator, but she's wow. Like her pixie cut, yeah. Her pixie cut is beautiful. She's so pretty. But I was like, does she have bangs? She does have bangs. I feel like you need bangs. I feel like you need a little bit of a bang. I see the vision. Oh, you already said that and I already read that. Hello, Chris Lotus. How are you doing today? I want to see if I take these off and I put on these. Is there glare? Is there significant glare? Yeah, there is, but I want to wear real lenses. So I'm not called a poser for my fake lenses. But I'm close to popping these lenses out of these glasses. Like, I will simply pop them out because I'm not actually using them. Like, they're not real. They're not real, so there's no reason for there to be lenses to have a glare. Then it's like, I'm LARPing, and I'm LARPing really well. I want to take this off because it's overstimulating me. Yeah, we take that off. I'm glad you're keeping it pushing. I am sorry that you're in pain. That's never fun, especially in the physical sense. That's never fun. But you have a really good attitude about it. You have a really fucking good attitude about it. So that's great. It's important to be able to think like that when you're going through something like that. Because I've not always been like that too. Like when I was having issues with my I had to get my tooth fucking removed, dude. And when I did, it was because my face was like swelling up, and it was like the craziest mouth pain I've ever had, and I wanted to literally die. And I was not being positive about it. I was just terrified, constant like paranoia that like more bad things were gonna happen. I wish I had like a better mindset about it, so I could have got through it easier, you know? Because it's really about your perspective. Why am I still doing that? I think I can hit it. I think it's fine. Yeah, of course you're gonna have breakdowns, especially with a huge diagnosis like lupus. Like, fuck, dude. Yeah, of course you're gonna have breakdowns. That's just human. I feel like don't be mad at yourself for that, because you're just being human. That's very normal. I mean, like, your health is one thing that can really fucking throw you for a loop. Yeah, stress does make any condition worse. So I would say keep handling it in the way that you're handling it, because it seems healthy. Thank you. I want to do more with the room. I want to do more with the room, but I'm not sure what more. I have a lot of stuff that I'm hoarding that I could potentially put up on the wall, but I want more. I want more posters. I want more art. I could potentially make that myself, which would be cool. But that's already a lot of the stuff that's in the room. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff you can DIY. You don't always have to go out and buy anything to decorate. But, you know, sometimes it's nice. Like, I got some, I'll get like a album or like a K-pop album. K-pop albums have so many like inclusions. You'll have like, that's like a mini CD, and then that's a photo card. That's a photo card. That's a photo card. And then even that's the album box. It looks like a little camera. So it's like, it's decorative. That's what I like about K-pop albums. Yes, I do. And I'm still making music. I'm working on something at the moment. I do I don't like saying things before I've done it. But I was thinking today that I really want to dive into a project, which I've been talking about album. And I'm thinking, wait, why don't I actually do the album instead of just keep talking about the album? But I'm thinking about talking with my friend Drew, who produces for me, who's a great producer. You should check him out. And he's a musician. Check him out. Drew Madden on everything. Perfectionist James on Instagram. No, but he's really talented, and he always, I don't know, he always gives me something absolutely fire. So I really trust his creative direction as well, and his vision, and it works with me. I think we work well together. So I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him, and we're gonna work on something, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I really just want to like dive into something and actually commit to a project, because I have a lot of music ideas that I have not executed yet at all, and it's frustrating me. Did 5-minute runs. Ooh, mini bike. I did well, so that made me feel better, especially since my overall strength stamina is way lower. See, that's, I hate to use the word Chad. That's a Chad move. I mean, that there's something about working out, even when you're impaired in some way, that is really strong. And I don't really take care of my body as well as I should. So that's something, I don't know, that's something to be proud of, and keep it up, because I wish I could push myself to, I could, I'm just not. I just hope that at some point soon I can push myself to do that, because taking care of your health is literally the most important thing, especially when you already have a diagnosis like that. I feel like it's important to, I don't want to say this in an offensive way, but to not let your body deteriorate itself, kind of like work against it, fight against it. That was like, I don't know if this is ethical, but that's like how my grandma she got into so many accidents and like car accidents and like straight up being run over by a tractor straight up. And she never used a walker. She just limp everywhere. And I was like, damn, this is like some intense physical therapy, DIY physical therapy. Like, Jesus Christ. It was probably really rough on her though. Don't recommend. Maybe like don't do that. But I thought it was pretty badass. I'm set to start treatment later this month. Kind of crazy because I turned 35 in 8 days. Well, you know, you're still really young to be going through that, so I am sorry. But dude, I hope the treatment works out well. I don't know. I do hope it makes you feel better on the daily. I hope it improves your quality of life, because with something like a chronic illness, yeah, it's not easy to, how do I say, to not deal with, but rather function with. You know what I mean? Actually functioning. Any plans for the upcoming 2K? Congrats, by the way. I think the algorithm recommended your channel me at 500 or something. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know. The upcoming 2K, I'm definitely going to be just posting more videos. I've worked on several scripts over the last week. Like, I have so many ideas. But if you have any like ideas or things that you feel no one's talking about, or that you have been thinking about, or you just feel like something that needs to be spoken about or whatever, I have tons of ideas, but I do want to kind of pour it back into, what do you guys like want to hear? You know, what do you guys feel is missing from your algorithm here on YouTube? I'll do it. But I have a lot of ideas and stuff coming to this channel in the next year, so I do not know. I have this one project that I've been thinking about for a long time. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I'll try to think up something special. If you have anything that you particularly want. I also have an episode of the podcast coming soon with a special guest, and I'm really, really excited about it. I'm really, really excited about that. So that's going to be really fun. Ha ha ha. Hate to get morbid, but since getting diagnosed in November, stuff's been so hard and intense that I thought I wouldn't make 35. But the thing is, you are making 35. Do you see that? Your expectation was so basically miserable, and it turns out it's not as miserable as it could have been. Although it is definitely hard, but you should be proud of yourself and you should be happy you made it to 35, even though it's in 8 days. 8 days is nothing. You've lived this whole year, you know what I mean? So that's great. I'm proud of you. I don't know why that was a bit country, but it's not morbid. By the way, that's totally we should be talking about uncomfortable topics, or it shouldn't even be uncomfortable. My favorite K-pop group. This is going to be hard. Okay. I like AOA a lot, but I also like FX. But I also like Girls' Generation. But I also like Girls' Day. I like a couple of the songs. What about? I like Islet recently. I've really liked them. G-Friend are the goats. I don't know. I like a lot of girl groups, and a lot of older girl groups is what I usually listen to. I was inspired to try a little working out because I've been bedridden most days. Dude, yeah, that shit will take you out even without chronic illness. I feel like most people in and around our age range are literally bedridden. Either by choice or not by choice, you know what I mean? And the fact that you're able to make that decision of, I'm not going to allow myself to always be bedridden, like I want to do something for me, for my health, to counteract what I'm going through right now, that's so brave. Like, that's so fucking cool. So keep it up. I need to really get on that. That's really inspiring. there's nothing more inspiring than, I don't know, like taking care of yourself. You know how many people you show by taking care of yourself that it's okay for them to do the same thing for themselves? It feels like such a shameful act sometimes, but it's not shameful. It's like the best thing you can do. So I'm really proud of you. That's really great news to hear. I need to get on that. I need to get on that. I've been really wanting to get strong because I feel like I do not want to be weak. I do not want to be vulnerable. I want to be strong. That would be really nice. Yeah, consistency is the most important thing. Like, you're not going to build a habit without consistency, but I guess think about it like this. Your bad habits, are those not easy to keep up with, or are they like super easy to keep up with? You know what I mean? And then, sorry I keep putting on lipstick. I just like when my lips don't feel super dry. But what was I going to say? Literally, what was I going to say? Do you remember what I was going to say? Anybody remember what I was going to say? Okay. Oh, yeah. Bad habits. You can easily keep up your bad habits. Why is that? Why are good habits so hard to get acclimated to get used to get consistent with? You know what I mean? Like, it's basically the same. It's all a habit. It's just like whatever habit you choose to indulge in. And it's a choice, even though I would say a hard one. Because I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've been like, should I play a game or should I like work on my actual work, like my actual job? I should play a game. Like, it's just a bad habit. And you can move past a bad habit. Like that Atomic Habits thingy, you remember that? That's low-key true. It's like small choices get you consistent. And since I didn't really like fully read the book. It was more like I got the keynotes. But what I understood from it is that habits are like able to change. It just, you have to be realistic about how long it's going to take for you, and that's okay. It might be hard for a long time, but then you get acclimated to hard things. And it's also like your perspective while you're doing it. If like your whole perspective during the entire experience is this is the worst, then you're not going to want to do it in the future. It's going to be harder for you in the future. You know what I mean? Like, everything is really freaking perspective. It's insane. Yeah, I want to get stronger. I don't want to be vulnerable, and I want to get rid of my bad habits. Definitely. Like, that's my goal. Is to also, I feel like I get in this very girl boss mindset, and it lasts like a month, and then I get burnt out and I go back to being girl failure chud. You know, it's like there's no in between. It's very drastic. I want to just get better at balancing my chud and my girl boss, you know? Because everyone needs to be a chud sometimes, but a lot of times the work is the majority of the things we need to be doing. It's like the nutrition graph. And being a chud is like, is it the carbs? What is the smallest part? Is it the vegetables? I hope it's not the vegetables. Since you mentioned music, I need to utilize my playlist more when I want to be active. Yeah, I struggled to flip over a mattress last night while playing playlist. I ended up doing it, but as they say, I work smarter rather than harder. Yeah, that's literally it. To make it easy. Like, literally make it easy for yourself so that your emotional, whatever you connect emotionally to that experience is good. It's easy. It's comfortable. That way, that experience isn't as uncomfortable in the future. Like, it's the best life hack. It's really hard the first time, but once you change your reaction to it in real time, it's not as hard anymore. It's really awesome. Like, I wanted to just be a chud, but then I slowly got myself out of chudding, and I was like, I'm going to work on a script. I'm going to work on some art. I'm going to work on something that's actually a thing. I'm not just going to, like, keep playing this very repetitive little game over and over and over again because I want to be a chud. Also, like, wow, the importance of taking a shower. I feel so good right now versus I've been chudded up this week. You know what I mean? Super chud. And I feel so fucking good right now. That's why I keep touching my hair, because it's so clean feeling and wet. It's not really that wet. It's more like puffy at this point. But the roots are kind of still wet. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna do my hair tomorrow. I just did not feel asked today. Yeah. Did not feel asked today. That's one thing that I need to change my perspective on, is doing my hair. Because it's like a horrible experience every time, but only because that's what I think about it. But it's mostly because of how heavy the blow drying brush is. So, but then that's kind of a workout on my arms, so that it should be a good thing. It's just perspective. Oh, dude. I've been wanting something to watch that's good, but I haven't really found it. Except, I don't know how long ago this was, but we watched is it Brandon Fraser? Brendan Fraser in Rental Family, where he works at one of those rental family places in Japan, being like a rental character for people. And it was really good, actually. It was really strange. They purposely didn't put subtitles so that we would feel disoriented. I was like, oh, okay. Nice touch. I liked that movie a lot. I want to watch more movies like that. You know? I do want to watch more movies like that. So, if you have any interesting movies, you could recommend to me for my chud hours. Not to mention, certain types of bath showers can rehydrate the skin and improve the blood flow. What types? I'd like to know, because one thing I also want to get better at is not just like working out, but taking care of myself, you know? Like outside of just like drinking tea bag tea, like actually healthy shit. That's why I kind of like this China trend, where it's like Chinese everything, and it's like fucking apple tea in the morning, and it's like you're boiling apples and you're drinking it. That sounds really, really dang healthy, actually. Usually by hypnotic, psychedelic, and trancing music when I shower, and it makes double great. I always keep a timer on to make sure I don't overdo it. Oh yeah, that's important. I need to start putting a timer on, because it's also like the showers I have when I'm listening to something I enjoy. Yeah, that's so much better than just a regular shower, although sometimes I get very overwhelmed by those showers and I end up having to like throw my phone on the floor and just like shut up. I need some peace and quiet. But it just depends, because sometimes you can have those showers where you're like listening to your favorite songs and it's a fun time. I feel like it's annoying for whoever's on the other side of the door, so I kind of feel bad about that. From what I've been reading, it's warmer baths that showers that do the trick. That's interesting, because I've been seeing a lot of, I don't know, in the media, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about cold showers, but I'm not doing a fucking cold shower. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I absolutely refuse to do a cold shower. I just feel like that would make me feel so terrible. Because there were times where I had to take a cold shower, and I just remember crying. Because it's like, I don't think that's necessarily going to be something that I'm going to enjoy doing. Because I just associate crying with cold showers. These vape brands need to start sponsoring people who hit them. Because you know how many people do get influenced to vape, unfortunately? They need to start sponsoring us. It's about time. But I don't think they really need to, because people will pick up a vape for any reason. Do you have siblings? Yes, I have 6 siblings. Yeah, but I have six siblings. I don't live with my family anymore, though. I haven't lived with them for a long time. But I have 6. I'm the oldest. So, yeah, I don't know. That part of my life feels really far away and distant now. I don't feel like a person who can, I don't know, ever communicate with at least my parents ever again. I do talk to my siblings from time to time. Like when they want to reach out to me, they call and I pick up. But yeah, it's just like a weird time in my life that I don't really resonate with anymore, is when I was living with my family. I know a cold shower may boost the immune system, improve circulation, reduce muscle soreness, among other things. But yeah, I don't do those anymore. They're just a little too shocking to the body. For me, I think. Hi, Drew. Hi, Drew. Welcome to the stream. Oh no, don't be sorry. I guess it just got me thinking when you said that about like how different my life is now. I'm not live on Twitch. I'm just live on here for today. I'm getting overstimulated by the glasses. That's the one thing about accessories that I can't stand, is how overstimulating they are. And even my lenses that I'm wearing. Oh my god, I want to take these out of my eyes so dang bad. I want to take them out so dang bad. They hurt. It's not that they hurt. They're just, I can feel them in my eyes. And I don't like that. I don't quite like that. I really want to tap my hair. Do I have anything? I could just do that. Can you hear me? I don't think that's sustainable. Can you hear me? I can't wear bracelets and rings for that reason. I hate feeling it on my hands. Yeah, I really do hate that. That's why I love accessories, but I also really hate them. I wish there was new accessory technology where you can feel the accessories on your body. That's one reason why I had to get rid of my septum, but also my septum, the balls kept falling out, the piercing balls, because during that time in my life I was crying a lot. Of course, I had a septum at the time where I was crying like every day, and yeah, and it just happened. It happened 3 times, so I can't even do facial piercings for real. They're just like not sustainable. Too easy to come out your damn face. But I kind of miss it. I kind of would like, no, I can use fake piercing balls and it will be fine. I think that's what I would do now. I used to wear a lot of rings, like a lot of fucking rings, but it was so frustrating. And I worked at McDonald's during that time, and I would keep the rings on underneath my gloves. For what reason, I do not know. But one time I was working at that McDonald's, and my mom did not pick me up from work, and my shift ended at 11 p.m. Keep in mind, I'm a senior in high school at this point who doesn't know how to drive, doesn't have a car. Okay. And my mom doesn't pick me up. It's 11 p.m. I'm calling her. She's fallen asleep. She's fallen asleep while her teenage daughter is at her McDonald's shift, okay? Nobody wakes her up. Everybody's forgotten about me. And I have to sleep over at not a coworker's house, but a coworker's friend's mom's house. And it was weird because I had like this weird, almost, I wouldn't say it was sexual tension. I just think I was, I liked her mom. I thought her mom was really pretty. But the thing is, they had a cat, and I have an allergy to cats, so like I didn't sleep the whole night. I was just like sneezing and not coughing, but itching. And then my mom picked me up in the morning and took me straight to a Mexican restaurant with all my siblings, and was like taking pictures. And I was so tired and covered in cat hair, I just put my head like on the table. And then she was like, "Why are you acting like that?" It's like, maybe pick me up from work next time, and then I'll enjoy our Tex-Mex breakfast. You know what I mean? During COVID, I was wearing glasses, mask, headphones. It felt so uncomfortable. It was hell. Like the fucking COVID face mask was the most overstimulated thing ever for me. I was literally in hell. I hated it. I understood why we were doing it. I did it because I cared about public health and safety. But Jesus Christ, was it so annoying. So fucking annoying. Yeah, we both have a cat allergy. And I mean this in the nicest way possible. I feel like I can tell when other people have cat allergies. I feel like we have similar aura. I don't know how to explain it, but that absolutely makes 100% of sense to me that you have a cat allergy, Drew. Like, because we have a similar, there's a similar sort of undertone there of people who have cat allergies versus people who do not, who have a pet dander allergy. Okay, there's an aura change, a shift in aura. Oh, one thing I really want to do is quit vaping forever, but I've quit like 2 times and failed. But you know, it doesn't matter how many times you fail. It only takes one chance, one time to win. One chance to win. So there you go. I love Tex-Mex pizza rolls. They made Tex-Mex pizza rolls? I like pizza rolls, but I grew up Muslim, so we only ate the cheese ones. But I've tried the pepperoni ones. I don't like them. The 3 cheese is the only way to go in my opinion, but I've never tried the Tex-Mex ones. Did they get rid of those? I would like to try those just for a test. That's a thing that exists, Chris. No, literally. That had me thinking, what fucking universe do you live in where Tex-Mex pizza rolls exist? But that actually sounds like something I would try once, at least once. But guys, I did want to ask, what is your favorite item at a Tex-Mex? What are you ordering at the Tex-Mex? Because that tells you a lot about someone's personality and their overall, you know, it tells you a lot about who someone is. And I'm not going to tell you until you tell me. So I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for your responses regarding that. Drew. Oh, Drew. A burrito really tracks for you. A burrito really tracks for you. That is so simple, filling, boyish. Yeah, that really tracks for you, Drew. I can see that. But what kind of burrito? Are you getting pork? Are you getting beef? Are you getting chicken? What are you getting? Already said mine. It came from a love of calzones. Calzones are good. But are those Italian or are they Tex-Mex? Shit, I mean, it's close enough. Hey, it's close enough. I would say I like a good chimichanga. That's my favorite. And I do like a taco salad. That's my mom's favorite. That's why I like regret to say that I like a taco salad. I do. It's good. I also like whenever they cover shit in cheese. It's like 3 little burritos covered in cheese. And also the cheese dip. Like that comes with the fucking chips. That's my favorite part. But I would say chimichanga is what I'm getting. Yeah. And yes, Drew, they existed in Tex-Mex in the mall here. Not sure if it's still there. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh, no calzones. Boo. Pork or beef, sometimes chicken, pinto beans, rice, cheese. That's it. Nice and simple. No, I get that. That's a nice, simple filling. I like the rice and beans. I would order the rice and beans on their own. I really do like them. I feel like they are an underrated side. Like people will just leave them uneaten. No, Tex-Mex is more like, I would say it's more Southern and Texas. I would say. It's like Mexican food, but not really. But it's usually made by a Mexican kitchen or like a Mexican owned restaurant. But then they like kind of Americanize the Mexican cuisine. Mainly to the Southern taste palette. Yeah, definitely. But I like it. I haven't had very much good Tex-Mex in Georgia. I've had a really good Tex-Mex in Tennessee, however. I don't know about anywhere else. Here I usually get like an authentic, like a real taco or like a torta or something like that. Ooh, flautas. I haven't had many in my lifetime. Oh, this is Yosi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We were talking about Tex-Mex. And our favorite Tex-Mex. What I say? Meals? Favorite fake Mexican food. Maybe even real Mexican food. But welcome to the stream. Do you like Mexican food? That is a question that will be deliberated upon. Chimichangas are dope as fuck. There was a Mexican restaurant just outside a Warner Robins campus I attended, and they made some mean chimichangas. That's what I'm saying. Chimichangas are like the best of both worlds. They're the best of everything at a Tex-Mex restaurant in my humble opinion. They're just perfect. No Tex-Mex in Canada? That's so sad. That's so sad. That makes sense though. I feel like Tex-Mex is less of a thing the northern you go, you know? Like in the South, it's everywhere. Everywhere. It's everyone's like after church meal option, you know? Everyone's always getting Tex-Mex, but Mexican food in general is amazing. I love Mexican people. Thank you, Mexican people, for everything you've ever done. You know, God bless Mexico. God bless the Mexican people of the world. God fucking bless you. Thank you, you know? I don't think we got that in Brooklyn. Sounds good, though. Damn, it's really not a northern thing. This is like a deep south thing. Gentrified Mexican food hits. It's really, really good. I just unfortunately haven't had any good ones in Georgia. It's like severely missing out on that. I've been really wanting some good Tex-Mex. Every time I get Tex-Mex, it's just really subpar Tex-Mex. What do Looksmaxers say? Sub 5 Tex-Mex. Closest we have to Tex-Mex in Canada is like Chipotle. Oh, that's so gross. I'm sorry. Chipotle to me literally tastes like, I don't know, like contaminated. Like it's already contaminated. Like it already has a foodborne illness. It tastes like foodborne illness. I really hate Chipotle. I've you know, regrettably went to Chipotle a billion times and been disappointed and grossed out every time. They don't do rice correctly. Their food literally just tastes like it already has foodborne illness on it. That's the only way I can. It's so nasty to me. Chipotle kind of tastes like soap. You might have the cilantro soap gene, which makes food with cilantro taste like soap. You might have it. A good test is to go and try some sort of Southeast Asian food and see if it tastes like soap to you. I hope you don't have it though, because that's low-key such an L, and I'm so sorry if that's the case. I'm just excited to go to LA again in like 2 weeks, and I'm gonna have a cookout. I'm gonna have cookout in Zaxby's. Hold on. Oh, nothing. That's my shit right there. See, cookout is really good. I unfortunately haven't had very good cookout here in Georgia, but like anywhere else I've had it, I've really liked it. Zaxby's is like bootleg Cane's, but I've never been to Cane's. I think Zaxby's is decent. I think it's not terrible at all. Kava also tastes like soap. I've never tried Kava because I just figured this is just like Chipotle, but it's supposed to be Middle Eastern inspired. And I don't really like the Middle Eastern inspired places because it just tastes weird for my individual taste as a quote unquote Middle Eastern person. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna want to eat Kava or Halal Bros or whatever. My family loved Chipotle for like a month and then turned on it hard. That's always how it works. We got Chipotle for a few weeks and we felt fancy, and then we started to realize it tasted like asshole. It has like that fancy appeal that gets you for a little while. I think cilantro is top 5 shit you put in food of all time. I agree. I think cilantro is goated. I do think cumin is really up there though. That's one thing. One thing about me, I love Zaxby's. That is also on brand for you, Drew. I feel like that's very on brand. I can see you eating a Zach snack. No, Zach. What's the bigger box? Like the king size, whatever that is. And I will have one with you too, because I do like a good Zaxby's. I do. One time when I was at college, I delivered Zaxby's to the parking garage. We just ate Zaxby's in the parking garage, and it was perfect. Cookout was where I had my last lunch date. Yeah. Dates at Cookout, that's a cautionary tale, but a delicious one. Huh? Wings and things? That's fucking crazy. That's the perfect place to have your date. Wings and things. Persian food is the best. I really like Afghani food. I used to go to this Afghani restaurant in DC a lot. I can't remember what it's called. It's been a long time, but it's really good. Too bad I can't go to Afghanistan. I'd love to go to Afghanistan, but you know, I can't. I would love to go and have like the most authentic, but you know. No, I did not call you Big Back. I did not call you Big Back. That's not what I meant. I meant because Drew is too big of a presence to be eating the Zach snack box. Come on now. Drew is a king of sorts. That's what I'm talking about. I wasn't calling you big. I wasn't calling you humongous. You know what I mean? I was just thinking, why would that would be kind of demeaning if I was like, hey, Drew, you can have the little snack Zach box, you little snack boy, you know? Like, it's kind of fucked up, so I didn't want to say something like that either. Oh, fuck. What's it? Damned if you do it, damned if you don't. That's what that was. Either way, I looked awful there. I'm the only Zaxby's fan in my house, probably because my town is littered with chicken joints now. Lots of decent mom and pop shops. I've noticed a lot of mom and pop chicken shops over the last few years too. There's this one place that has these crazy sandwiches that I had like one time. It was pretty good. But I would have rather had Zaxby's now that I'm thinking about it. In-N-Out? Ooh, I've never tried In-N-Out. I don't know if they have one here. I want to try it because it's so hyped. Like, people fucking love it apparently. But if you were disappointed, I can see that being a reality because people overhype a lot of different food places, especially fast food. Yes, you're a big presence. You're not going to eat a little snack boy snack box. Little boy snack box, you know? I hate In-N-Out. It was like the only fast food chain where I grew up. I just didn't like it after 3 years. It seems like something that I would get bored of. One thing, though, is that KFC in the Middle East is the best thing of all time. And it's one thing that I've been craving since I moved back to America. They have this thing called the Twister Wrap. It's like this spicy chicken tender. And this tender is crispy. It's like real fried chicken. It's in this like wrap and it's spicy. There's like cheese and there's like, I think ranch or something. I don't know. It's fucking delicious. And I haven't had very good fried chicken since I came here, actually. Now Whataburger and Culver is the best fast food burgers. Five Guys is good too, but that's like $1 billion. I would say Five Guys, I used to work there. Their recipes are really simple, dude. That's why it's good by the illusion of simplicity. Like, they make it so simple and so clean that because it tastes clean, you can't say anything about it. You can't say it's like bland or anything because you're like, well, it tastes really clean and fresh because they only use the freshest of ingredients, but they barely season anything. Like, we don't season the patties or anything. Yeah, dude, like, working there, the best thing you can get, in my opinion, is that snappy hot dog that they have. That shit is awesome. And Whataburger has really fucking good burgers, but it's also like $1 bajillion. Five Guys is cheap here, but their food tastes like cardboard. No, dead ass, like, it just tastes like clean and fresh because the standards are very like anal, bro. So fucking anal. I've heard a lot about In-N-Out too. I hear about it all the time, but I've never gotten the chance to actually try it. KFC abroad is so much better. Agreed. I really want to try Jamaican KFC. I've heard a lot of Jamaican people talk about how it's unlike anything you'll ever have in your life. I really want to try that. I'm Egyptian, but I've lived around the Middle East and visited around. I would say that I've been nearly everywhere except for the Persian countries. Oh, KFC in Japan. I definitely want to try that. I revisited my Japanese learning today. I did like 7 pages of a workbook, but I'm kind of trying to get myself refamiliarized with everything, because when you don't keep consistent with the language you've been learning, like I learned for 2 years, that doesn't mean I'm not going to forget it if I don't, feed that part of my brain. It needs to be consistently fed to keep the language. So I was like, I want to keep it up because I want to go there. I want to visit. I don't want to wait forever. Like, I've been waiting since I was 13. I want to go already. So I want to be able to actually speak well, so it's easier for me. And read well is really important. Yeah, like Japan trip sounds awesome, but every time I've tried to plan a Japan trip with one of my friends, it turns out to be like a shit show, and there's some drama, and like it always ends in the friendship ending. So yeah, it's just like me and my partner are probably just gonna go together at some point. At some point, I want to say some point soon. I'm trying to go to Japan soon. I've been waiting for far too long. Far too long. Yeah, I need more Jamaican food in my life. I had this coworker at Walmart who sold plates. She was Jamaican. She was the goat. She made the best food I've ever had in my life. In my life. But she never sold a plate after she sold me that plate. And I don't know why. I still text her. I haven't worked there in like over a year. I still text her asking her, does she have a plate? And she either is like, no girl, or she doesn't answer. Like, what are you talking about? Jamaican mac and cheese. Oh, come on, man. Jamaicans, that's the one thing they're not really good at, in my opinion, is the mac and cheese. It's like the one thing. Like, they're so good at everything else. Jamaican KFC is too good. I had my friend smuggle some chicken for me on Chicken Back. What the fuck? It was still good to eat. How did you do that? I would like to know how you did that. And I'm not a fed. I'm curious because I want to do the same thing. I love yams. I'm going to say it. I really do like yams. I like a good sweet potato. Yeah. Yeah. My mom used to work at the Persian embassy, and they used to make the best food as she'd bring it back home, and the chef died and she stopped working there. Haven't had it since. Jesus Christ. Well, rest in peace to bro, but that's so sad. Oh no. That also sucks because that food was probably the best food you've ever had, and then it was taken away from you. I'd imagine that being the best food of all time. I would break into a Persian embassy today, if they were doing an event to steal some food. That's why I've been wanting to go to the mosques during Ramadan, even though like I'm not practicing Muslim anymore at all. Like, I want to go just so I can maybe nab some food, because it's like I was born into it, so I get like a free express pass. Maybe there's a lot of Jamaican Muslims in this area, so I would like a little bit of that food from them. We need some of that. So is it Ramadan now? This is like the perfect opportunity for me if it's Ramadan now. But then I'd have to go out in a scarf, and then with the state of this country, I'd be over. I'd probably wait until I get in the parking lot, throw it on, go in there, get a plate, and come back. Oh, they serve Loki trash. Oh, damn, that sucks. I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I'm hoping it'll be good. Strong defender of Jamaican mac and cheese. I don't like that it's a block. I needed a little gushy, man. What in the world? What in the world? Bomba clot. You might as well learn patois while you're at it, Drew. The 18th? Yeah, I keep seeing TikToks about Ramadan, and now that I'm not practicing, I have no fucking idea when Ramadan is, ever. I remember, though, when I did do Ramadan as a teenager, I would dead ass keep food from the fridge I had this bed that had drawers, and I would keep a bunch of food in those drawers and just like binge eat the whole day. And one time I had a gallon of milk in there. Like, I was so desperate for food. I could not do Ramadan. Like, I'm not built for that shit. I'm really not built for it. Although, actually fasting all day and then eating is like the most satisfying thing ever. especially when the first thing you eat is like a samosa or something. That's the best. I would probably do it for fun. The best is a crispy top with creamy inside. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. That's how it should be. Yes. I was not actually like, I was forced to be practiced pretty much. Like, I'm going to be honest, I've never been religious from the point where I was a little kid. I never believed in it. I was just like, in my head, it was not real. Like, I couldn't like buy into it, and the ideas were not really for me. I was like, this is so not me. But I wanted to fit in, because it's also a thing of like, you gotta fit in, especially when you live in a Muslim country. Like, you don't want to necessarily, you know, stick out too much, but at the same time, I really could never get into it. I always knew that I was probably not going to be Muslim when I grew up. It was just like kind of out of, well, my parents are not gonna not let me be Muslim. So it's just like, I don't know. But I never actually was practicing. I would do the things, like I'd do Ramadan, I would do Eid, I'd go to like pray at a mosque, you know, I would do all that stuff. But I never felt connected to it. So it kind of like, man, stopped doing it naturally. And then I was like, okay. And I never was that strict. No one in my family is really that strict. Well, that's not necessarily true, but not my parents. Well, not my dad, at least. So, me and Yosi were talking about Muslims that commit every sin ever, but draw the line at pork. Yeah, that's like every Muslim ever. It's like, pork, but I drink and I smoke, and like my dad literally slept with hookers and left the video evidence on my iPad when I was a kid. But that's a Muslim man. And he drinks and he does all this crazy shit, but he would never eat pork. But he would never eat pork. And in Ramadan, he grows his beard out. Like, growing up around that, do you think I would want to be Muslim? Do you really think that, like, that shit felt so fake to me? I was like, you're not. The only thing he uses Islam for is, like, I don't know, like, being kind of, like, misogynistic to me. Like, being like, I'm allowed to punch you in the face. I'm your dad. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, that's not really, like, that's your excuse for that. I don't know. But it's just like, I don't know. They never convinced me. I don't really like being modest. I don't like reading, like memorizing. It's just not enjoyable for me. And I don't like having rules. I like living free range pretty much. But I would say it's really taboo, because I told my aunt, like, maybe a month ago. My brother was in Egypt, and he put my aunt on FaceTime. And she was like, "Is your husband Muslim?" And I said no. And she had the most terrified look on her face, like I had told her, like, I just killed somebody or something. She was like, "That's wrong. Are you okay? That's really weird. I don't know." And then I was like, what are we talking about? Literally, what are we talking about? Yeah, my life has just been weird. Like, my family is just strange. And I feel like I can be calm about it, because it's just, that's just what it is. I've gotten really used to it. But, Muslim parents hate when you get into a relationship with someone that doesn't practice. Yeah, they don't like it. So my whole family probably knows now, but it's like, what were you expecting from me? I was the one person that you should have expected this from. There has to be one person that is like, this isn't for me. It's like, it's not going to be everybody. Sorry. Also, but I have the privilege of being born an American citizen. Like, if I didn't have that, I wouldn't really have the same privilege and ability to escape it. I would probably be, well, my life isn't my own. Get married to my cousin, because almost everyone in my family on my Egyptian side is married to their cousin. My aunts and uncles are all first cousins. Yeah, except for a couple of them. But, you know, it's just like, fuck that. I'm glad I have, like, a choice, because a lot of my family members don't. I can tell. Like, sorry, I found someone who I can be myself around. No, because the thing about Muslim relationships is you cannot be yourself. You can't actually show them who you are. There's always a line that has to be drawn. I don't know. It's just not the type of relationship that I would want to have. I'm glad that I have a super I have a super liberal Western marriage on my hands, and I'm happy with it. I'm so grateful for it. It's like the best ever because, you know, there's no expectation of kids cleaning or cooking. The only expectation is, you know, we want each other to be healthy. We want each other to, you know, stay consistent on our individual goals. But we're also like, we're gonna play some video games and watch some YouTube videos. We're not gonna talk about any of that, the marriage stuff, because it's who the fuck cares about that? It's stupid. I'm not going to have a kid. Huh? I'm not having a kid. What is the kid is gonna live here underneath there? Right underneath this chair? Is that where the kid is gonna live? Probably. You know, I don't even have enough room for my stuffed animals. What do I look like? So it's just like that path was not looking enticing to me. Getting like a college degree and then getting married to someone my parents liked. I don't even like my parents. They don't even like me. You feel me? So why would I do that? The Muslim dude I saw in that show put that poor woman through it, though. Sheesh. What show is it? Is it Rami? There's a lot of shows like that. I personally liked Rami, but I do not like his actions recently. Not a big fan of that. Do you still speak Arabic? Yes, but it's super broken, like so broken, and I only speak Egyptian dialect. I understand the other dialects of Arabic. I don't speak them. I don't know why I don't speak them. I just don't. I feel like the Egyptian dialect is, and this is not to demean Egyptians, but it's super Arabic for dummies. And that's why I like it. I like it a lot for that reason. It's the easiest dialect to learn ever, but it's also super rich and funny dialect. I love it. I find like Egyptian Muslims are so entitled to their ways sometimes. Like, at least how I grew up, we would follow the rules, but it wasn't so insanely strict. It's so, oh my God, it's so strict. And I feel like if you're, and there's then the two different sects of Islam, where it's like Sunni and Shia. Most people in Egypt are Sunni. They're not going to, they're super strict about everything, and they're super like, they can't chill out on anything, and they do not like Shias for being more lenient. So they feel like they always have to prove themselves by being stricter and stricter and stricter. And it's so frustrating the way that my dad talks about Shias as if they're not people. And I feel like Shias do the same thing. It just makes no sense, because like, it's the same religion, it's the same area of the world. Like, what are we talking about? But I feel like Egyptian Muslims are so strict about their beliefs. And if you don't wear a scarf in Egypt, you're considered to be a Christian, like presenting as a Christian. Like, there's no in between. So that's also interesting. I find like Egyptian Muslim. Oh, I already read that. It was some reality show my ex had me watch. I forgot the name. It was probably 90 Day Fiance. It was probably 90 Day Fiance. My mom is basically real life 90 Day Fiance, like marrying 3 North African men. Okay, she's married 3 and have had kids with only North African men. She's white Muslim, right? She should be on the show. She literally got me into that show. And it's like, girl, is this like this self-insert for you? Is this why you like to watch this? Like, what is this enticing for you for? Why is the reason? But I still watch it to this day. I actually just watched 2 episodes yesterday. It's actually pretty addictive. But the relationships never end up being good relationships, literally ever. There was always a lot of leeway, super strict about the wrong rules. Yeah, always about the wrong rules. Though it's always about the wrong rules every single time. That's why I'm Shia. It's more freeing. Yeah, it's a lot more freeing. When I heard that Shias could get tattoos, I was like, that's fucking crazy. It's woke Islam, dude. But no, literally, it's I was always jealous. I was like, that would be nice. That's it. Yep. I knew that's what this was. 90 Day Fiance. It's actually humbling how different the cultures are between 2 sects of Islam. Like, it's so unexpected. Yeah, it's completely different. It's a completely different culture. Yeah, he did say sex. YouTube got live. Yes, we're live on YouTube right now. But yeah, I don't know. I always found it really interesting how you can be pretty close geographically, yet so different because of, and the religion thing though. Like, you could have tattoos in Egypt before Egypt was like majority Muslim. It was actually part of the culture, and now that's like forbidden. It's so lame because the tattoos were pretty cool. You get like little tigers and shit. That was really nice. I kind of want to get one of them. There, you can find them, old articles. There's a few old articles about it. There's not much information that you can find online, actually, at least not on the English side. Maybe if I did the Arabic side, I'd find a lot more resources. That's something I'd like to research, actually. That's my shit right there. I don't like reality TV much at all, even the few gaming-based ones that have been produced. My thing with reality television is I like it because I'm really observing a bunch of different types of human beings right now and seeing the choices they make. And it's just like, what is it called? Is it what is the study of people? Whatever that study is, I feel like that's what it gives to me. And that's why I like watching it. I like analyzing these people. The cultures are so different for no reason. Like, some are super political. That is very true. It's all about the politics, especially in Egypt. It's a super political environment all the time. But it's because life is intertwined with politics. Like, when your lights are being turned off every 3 hours, you know why. Kind of unrelated, but the gentrification of henna tattoos needs to be studied. I agree. It's so frustrating because, like, I want to get henna, and then I just look like a white girl with henna tattoo. Like, why are we even calling it that? It's not even tattoo. It's a plant pastified. You put it on your hand, it stains for like 2 weeks. You can put it doesn't even need to be your hand necessarily, but it pisses me off because every time I'll see, like, maybe I used to work with an Indian lady and she had no idea I'm Middle Eastern. She just thinks I'm white and really wants henna, and it's so frustrating because I want it for a cultural reason. I just love it. It smells so fucking good. I love peeling it off when it gets all crispy and hard. And it's just pretty. It's cool looking. I used to have a lot of, like, I don't know if a lot of other little girls in the Middle East had these, but it was like henna template books. And it didn't come with a template that popped out or anything. It was just like ideas of different henna designs. And I remember looking through those books and being like, I want to do this, but I have very, like, shaky hands, so it's kind of like, maybe one day if I train my wrists or something. Yeah, they love them. It's actually kind of annoying. Sociology, yes. People who watch reality television are just sociologists. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. At least at anthropology, or anthropologists perhaps. ASMR leaning. Oh, I do need to lean a bit. I've been doing a lot of drawing in the past few days, and it's been leading to some crazy back pain because I'm just like, oh, that hurts. But I've been getting a lot better at art. I've been trying to get better at my anime art. I want to draw animified versions of myself for various projects. But the thing is, when you're learning anatomy and you're trying to do it anime, you're trying to stylize it, it gets a little hard because sometimes whatever you're looking at is going to be too clunky for the anime style. Like, the body type of a human being is not going to translate well into an anime style. Like, it has to be kind of exaggerated and unrealistic, and it's frustrating me, but I'm trying to just keep pushing and getting better and better at anatomy. Pharmaceuticals. Well, then do pharmaceuticals. Fuck radiology. I mean, it is super easy and, like, low stakes, but if you want to do pharmaceuticals, do that, man. I feel like since everyone's on radiology, it's probably, like, not as many people are doing the pharmaceutical path. So maybe it's just that, you know? Maybe it's an advantage right now to do that. I love drugs. Yeah, me too, Drew. That's my only goal. Well, I have other micro goals, but I agree. That's the main goal. Blow up and pretend like I don't know nobody. Ha 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 ha. I heard that guy passed away. Yeah. He didn't? Did I just spread misinformation? I'm worse than TMZ. Oh man, that's some bad misinformation if I've just spread that. That's not true. I don't think you need a backup plan. I think if you have a backup plan, you don't believe in your plan. There should be no backup plan. I used a generator for animifying myself once for kicks. Made me brown, long-haired Uchiha cousin. I would. I think it's working again. Hello? Hello? I think it's working. Okay. Yeah, my whole interface unplugged. Yeah, I think money is a huge motivator, but at this point, the economy, it's that thing, that cliche that has popped up recently. The economy is so bad, you might as well follow your dreams, because there's equal opportunity to do whatever you want. There are less people competing for the spot you want than you think. Most people are going to give up. Most people are going to give up. If you just keep going, you can literally do anything. But it's also about quality. So, you know what I mean? But the standards have been lowered in recent years. Eventually, though, yeah, I want to do architecture because we need more well done minimalism in the world. Yeah, I think minimalism could be more well done. I think you would have a good vision for that. Oh, no, I don't think I do. This is one that I borrowed from Drew at the moment. It's a very nice one. People don't have the perseverance and brain capacity these days. Yeah, they think, I don't know, there's no point in having limitations. There's really no point because this world is smaller than we think and opportunities are easier to grab than we think, you know, and create. I created a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have thought I could have created, you know, just by being consistent. Minimalism isn't done correctly in large scale architecture. I can see that. I feel like minimalist buildings these days are kind of depressing almost. You feel me? You feel me? What time is it? 9:44. I'm getting real hungry. I don't know if I ate anything today. I ate some chicken. I ate some chicken today. I didn't eat anything else. I don't know what I would eat. Getting halfway is a goal. Yeah, I would say that. I feel like progress is a goal in itself. You know, progressing. Because it's not about whatever you're going to get at the end of it. It's like about what's going on right now. And whatever happens, happens. Yeah, I couldn't be a vegetarian either. I do like meat. I do like chicken and beef and all sorts. Like, I like duck. I did want to be vegetarian. I was in like middle school. And then my parents just fed me lettuce until I stopped. James Terrell, Oliver Ellison. You'll see why minimalism can be so awesome. I think you did mention these names. I'll actually look into it. Didn't you once criticize how people would rather insult gatekeep knowledge rather than teaching? Well, yes. I feel like that's pretty popular stance. Like a lot of people end up doing that. Cuz I saw this video about academic elitism where people are like, we need to bring that back, and it's like a lot of people are not realizing that people are uneducated not by their own choice but because it's just a consequence of their circumstance, depending on like their financial standing, you know what I mean? Things like that are a factor. And I feel like if we start making people feel like shit because they don't have a certain privilege to go to school and get an education, they're not going to want to learn from you. They're going to be like, oh, you are Mr. Hoity-toity professor man, thinks you're a professor because you went to college. That's what people are going to, like working class people are going to think, and they're going to be more hesitant to learn, you know? I would say cabbage is my top one vegetable. Back to back elite streams. I'm manifesting it. I think it'll happen in 3 minutes. No more Geometry Dash. You know what I did find out though? That you can play Geometry Dash on a 3DS. You can play Geometry Dash on the 3DS. Oh man. Well, I think I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna eat something, and then I'm gonna go. Well, I think I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna eat something. So I'm gonna go. But thank you for joining. And I will be doing more streams more consistently, and look out for new YouTube videos. And check out the podcast episode I just posted. There's more in store. That rhymed. So I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Thank you for joining the stream and talking. It was nice, and I'll see you later.